At the highest point of the Volitarian castle, atop the king's tower and within a degraded throne room, the Slayer of Demons will face the final challenge. Created in the image of the king at the peak of his power, there is a demon wielding the Sword of Souls. With not a single word spoken, it faces you. With not a single doubt, it strikes. Let's get started with some boss strats for Old King Allant, the False King Demon. This is a masterful fight and a fantastic boss to end the game with. Be prepared for a sword clash that you will not soon forget. This will be a challenging fight, but it does not have to be excessively difficult. The key to this boss is to recognize each of the moves that the False King will use against you and understand how to dodge them. We are gonna go through them one by one to make sure that you are ready to vanquish this demon. The first attack that we will face is the Sliding Slash. As soon as we go into the boss arena, King Allant will lower his stance, gathering power, and physically slide towards you to attack. He will use this move every time he needs to close the distance. It has a long and obvious startup. To dodge it, roll towards King Allant to go through the attack. The next attack is the Overhead Slash. Much like the name implies, King Allant will attack you with his sword, starting from above his head and slashing down with both hands on his blade. The attack, furthermore, will release a shockwave of wind that will also damage you. This attack has a relatively long startup. You should be able to recognize it. To dodge it, wait until the last second of the startup and roll to the side. If you roll too early, the attack will correct itself to catch your roll. If you roll backwards, the wind shockwave will catch you. Following with the next attack, we have the Jumping Slash. This attack hurts. King Allant will use it when he is at about a mid-range from you. He will jump into the air and glide towards you with his arms crossed in front of his body. As he lands, he will execute a horizontal slash. The way to dodge this is very similar to the Sliding Slash. Wait until he is near you and roll towards him through the attack. Increasing the difficulty, King Allant will next try to hit you with a 3-hit combo. 3 sword slashes where the final one releases a shockwave of wind. This attack is a bit quicker than the other ones, so you will need to be prepared. King Allant raises his blade diagonally and begins to strike. To dodge it, wait until the last second of the startup and dodge to the side twice. If done correctly, the first roll will dodge the first 2 slashes, and the second roll will dodge the third slash and the shockwave. Moving on to special attacks, the first one is a gigantic AoE Sphere of Wind. King Allant will grab his blade with both hands and stab it into the ground. This will generate a large blast with a lot of range and high damage. There are 2 ways to deal with this attack. The first one is to run outside the radius of the blast and wait until it dissipates. This is a good time to heal or reapply buffs to your weapon. The second solution is to charge at King Allant and hit him in the face. Depending on the weapon that you are using, it will take up to a few hits to stagger him and interrupt the attack. Finally, at last but not least, we get the big hit. The last attack that we need to deal with is the Soul Drain. With this attack, King Allant will summon his power into his hand and attempt to grab you. This is bad news. If we get hit by this attack, we are going to take a lot of damage, but also we will lose 1 soul level. This is obviously problematic. To dodge it, wait until the last second of the startup and roll to the side. Do not roll backwards, as the attack has quite the range and could catch your roll. Knowing how to deal with these moves is very important for victory. King Allant can be overwhelming at times, so it is important to keep calm and react to each attack accordingly. This will bring you success, but before we defeat this demon, we need to go back to the elevator. It is now time for an alternative strategy, something different, something that has a little bit more cheese. But I'm not talking about the fabricated American cheese. Oh no, I'm talking about the premium stuff, the Spanish Manchego, the Italian Parmigiano, the kind of cheese that keeps you coming back with a glass of wine. For this delectable selection, we will need two things, the thief ring and the poison cloud spell. Equip the thief ring and as soon as you go through the fog door, head towards the right, to the corner. Wait here while King Allant moves up looking for you. You will notice on the top left corner of your screen that he appears and turns around. Now that he has his back to us, move up to him, making sure that you do not attack him. Position yourself at the edge of the circle that he is standing on, and, without locking onto him, aim at his general direction and cast Poison Cloud. He will become poisoned, and his health will slowly start ticking down. The poison will eventually run out, so you will have to reapply multiple times. Make sure that you bring some fresh spices. Once we reach this point, all we have to do is wait, and wait, and wait. Continue reapplying the poison and not attacking him. It will take a while, but eventually King Allant will go down without even looking at you. With a little bit of patience, you can execute this strategy and get yourself the cheesiest demon vanquished.